Good evening, June 15th, 2019. Tonight, I want to talk about a police case in Memphis, Tennessee that has occurred in a suburb of Memphis known as Frayser. And Wednesday night, federal marshals went in to an area of Frayser and to arrest a young black male, 20 years old, named Brandon Weber. And when they went in to get him as part of the Gulf Coast fugitive team, when the marshals went in, Weber tried to get away in a vehicle and rammed other vehicles and police cars and got out with a weapon. And one thing led to another, and he was shot and killed. Now, we haven't seen video of this yet. And if you look online, the story is very askew right now, but I have been able to ascertain this, that on June 3rd in Hernado, Mississippi, which is like about 45 minutes from Memphis, south of course, a man was shot 5 times and robbed while he was trying to sell his car. And it turns out that the person who shot him and stole his car, a red Infiniti, was Brandon Weber. The man shot 5 times told police that this was the guy, and that when Weber was killed, he still had the man's red Infiniti in his possession. And now we have riots in Memphis. Over 26 officers were harmed on Wednesday night. After this event, there's been a lot of trouble in the community, like so many communities besieged by racism, particularly in the inner cities, where police get blamed for everything, whether it's their fault or not. And in this case, Brandon Weber, age 20, a young black male, was a fugitive from justice, wanted for attempted murder, assault, theft, auto theft, etc. And he shot this man 5 times in Mississippi and left him for dead, and the guy lived to tell the story. So when the police went in to get Weber, it's not hard to believe they would have been a little uptight, especially him being in the stolen vehicle. That's why marshals went in instead of just local folks. They send in marshals who do this more often with dangerous individuals. So what we have happening, unfolding before our eyes now, is riots complete with bricks and bottles and angry folks who, I understand, it's a tragedy all the way around. No one wins in these tragedies, but we have to try to stay logical. And with these riots going on now in Memphis, and for now it seems to have calmed down a little bit, but I understand both sides here, but nonetheless, this guy, Brandon Weber, was wanted by the law for attempted murder and identified as the murderer. I'm not saying they should have shot him, but it makes sense to me. I can imagine being on that scene when all that unfolded. It would have been a very tense situation. So nonetheless, we hope that there's an understanding of these cases, that blame isn't always a solution to the questions at hand. And there's always more to the story than we know. And in this case, it looks to me like federal marshals did their job in Tennessee on Wednesday night. You know, the goal people need to realize is for law enforcement, they're supposed to try to stay alive. Just like my mama always said, we try not to kill things here on earth intentionally. But when you got somebody going around murdering and stealing, it don't matter what the color of their skin is or where they live or not. The deed is done. We can't have that. Not on earth. Not in America. I hope y'all have a good night. Peace out.